Smackdown Live. WWE's weekly Tuesday offering can be great viewing. Recently, though, I have done nothing but tear it to shreds as it has become a boring slog that saps all the goodwill coming from the currently superior Raw the night before. This is reviewing the ring fixes. Smackdown Live. Number 4. Jinder Mahal as champion needs to end. Well, they sure tried it. The Punjabi celebration was excellent. The limo ride and Singh brothers announcing worked fine. His entrance with the LED on the bottom of the screen with the carpet rolling out was great. And then it fell faster than a superheroes movie's second week box office numbers. Winning the title at Backlash from Randy Orton shocked many. And on the following SmackDown, the Punjabi celebration occurred and it was wonderfully done. But then Jinder Mahal opens his mouth, immediately opening fire onto the fans with a constant and non-stop barrage of you people this and you people that. It became really clear almost immediately that this was going to be based purely on a nationalistic angle. Now, this isn't the first time in professional wrestling by any stretch that this road has been taken. It gets immediate cheap heat. Fans are chanting USA nonstop. The bad thing is, today's crowd don't really buy into this method that much as they may have 20 years ago. This does not even take into account that this came right on the heels of boring crowds out of their mind. They buried Rusev with the same type of gimmick and angle. In the 4 months that Jinder Mahal has had the title, he's done the exact same promo every single time he is on TV, and since he is the WWE champion, that's every week we have to watch this. As a career mid-carder, he has clearly shown that he cannot handle this type of promo that is required to be champion and also be the face of SmackDown every week. When they do try something new, it revolves around constipation jokes because 7-year-old Vince McMahon is really a 10-year-old, and just being blatantly racist because no! Now, not everyone can be Rock, Cena, or Miz on the mic. Hello, you lovable big dog you. But in-ring work can make up for this and carry a champion without the need to cut a killer promo every night. Jinder Mahal, the three-man band career mid-carder, is just that. He's able to put on a decent TV match somewhere in the middle of a show, fill some time, and move on. Never having a run at any titles previously, which includes the US, Intercontinental, or even the tag titles. He's gaining no ring experience up to them putting the title on him. Gaining this ring experience and working against, perceived better performers and mic workers, that's why they have the belt. Jinder Mahal was given this title, thrust upon the biggest stage that there is on SmackDown Live. And this even fails because every match that Jinder Mahal has performed since becoming champion has been a slow, plodding, mid-show TV match. Pay-per-view showings have been just as bad. If you have to rely on the Singh brothers' interference to cover up for your shortcomings, and this isn't always the case, but that's what they're used for, and then you add in the stipulations, Punjabi prison match, you magnificent bastard. And let's not forget the WWE jumping of the shark moment during this title reign when they shipped out their it's the Yeti moment and having Great Khali lumbering out to the ring and hold on to Randy Orton for a little bit. Compare this to the other titles in WWE right now. We have Brock Lesnar being appointment viewing. Everything The Miz touches has turned to gold recently. AJ Styles is still one of, if not the best performers on the roster, and the tag title matches have been bona fide show-stealing near classics. This title reign has reached a point where the crowds sit down. Yes! They sit down. When the WWE champion comes out and sucks the life out of matches and promos involving the biggest belt on SmackDown, it's time for a change. So WWE, taking the title off Jinder Mahal, get on it. Number 3, AJ Styles. Where's the US title open challenge? Now, we can knock John Cena all we like. What he did with the US title open challenge worked, and it worked really well. During this open challenge, Cena had matches with Sami Zayn, Neville, Dean Ambrose, and a freshly called up Kevin Owens, just to name a few. Allowing a fresh member of the roster to come out, showcase what they can do against one of the perceived best ever made for exciting TV viewing. And it got guys languishing an opportunity to kickstart themselves. AJ Styles winning and vanquishing Kevin Owens from the title scene, then following that up with an open challenge statement seemed to be the perfect next step. And let's face it, AJ Styles can get a good match out of a broom. A broom, even at the age of 40, is one of the best around. Tyler Breeze, Ty Dillinger, Fandango, Zack Ryder, Sami Zayn, Shelton Benjamin, and Chad Gable are all of the current mid to lower mid-card faces who could eventually accept the challenge. Now, allowing this part of the roster that gets left off of Smackdown for weeks, you killed the 10 chance, damn you, to elevate themselves, and eventually AJ would win. But if done right, with the proper post-match courtesy shown, the rub given, the crowd will now see and believe in these faces moving forward. This running its course eventually could lead to a heel accepting the challenge, thus setting up whatever long-term angle for AJ and the now really important U.S. title on SmackDown. So, WWE, bring back the U.S. title open. Get on it. Number 2, tournaments. Ah, yes, tournaments. Basketball, football, baseball, and hockey all have tournaments, and nobody watches any of these. Just kidding. So, WWE's lack of tournaments is somewhat baffling. Sure, the Cruiserweight and Mae Young Classics were terrific, but that's Triple H's doing and not Vince McMahon's. Then, we have Royal Rumble to WrestleMania is one of the best times to be a fan of the WWE. We know who the big players are. We get to build to the show of shows. We get an awesome pay-per-view. But post-Mania, most feuds have been settled. The slate wiped clean. Now, title matches aside, it's a slow burn as new feuds form and pick up steam and can often become tedious and, dare say, boring? Inserting a tournament in the post-Mania law would instantly allow a rabid wrestling crowd and new eyeballs that join the network for Mania, as they always do, view and consume what the WWE offers. Wrestlers. Loads of pure wrestlers that currently inhabit the SmackDown roster, and having a tournament to showcase their skills right off the bat would be superb. Core fans get their fix, and any new eyeballs on the product see what the core audience have always known. Instead, we get promos from everyone explaining what they intend to do next, or get placed in a program that starts with two people bumping into each other backstage. Then it involves weeks of run-ins, mixed tag shenanigans, guest commentary spots, before the actual match occurs between these two on a pay-per-view. Now, core fans just settle in and wait. New eyeballs don't subscribe, but they can skip all that if the tournament matches themselves include run-ins, cheating, ref mistakes, whatever you want to do with this. Well, then we have swapped boring stuff for actual wrestling and moving storylines forward. Plus, it doesn't require any story to even get this started. Pick a belt, draw up brackets, done. It's simple, and sometimes simple works. It's all you need in wrestling. Here's the prize, here's the opponent, go. Done. Simple. It also allows matchups we normally wouldn't see. Xavier Woods versus Ty Dillinger, or Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. It would be awesome. So, give it a try, WWE. Tournaments, get on it. Number 1, adopting the NXT model. SmackDown Live currently has 35 male performers on the roster. This includes John Cena being a free agent and 7 female performers. That's 42 people to try to get on a TV show every week that only lasts 2 hours. Factor in that it's a lot less than that with commercial breaks, USA's own promotional material that they use. So you don't have a lot of time for 42 people. Now, NXT is WWE's developmental brand that is taped in Orlando, Florida. Its purpose is to mold whoever wants to try to be a superstar into the next Stone Cold or Charlotte. Because of this, there are loads of people that need to get time to walk down the ramp, get their camera angles, and most importantly, learn how to whoop a lot of ass. Now, NXT also is home to some of the biggest names that come from the indie scenes to do a brief stint in NXT. They get a crash course in how everything works in WWE and then move on. Seth Rollins, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Bobby Roode all were in NXT alongside the developmental people that are there. One week on NXT, you may see Samoa Joe cut a promo on Nakamura, and then Nakamura may make a run-in save for someone that Joe is beating on in the ring. The next week, neither men are there except maybe a video reminder of the feud, and others get to have matches. So, SmackDown Live, use the NXT model. It can still be live, of course, and move from city to city, but break up some of the feuds across the weeks. We don't need Jinder Mahal doing the same exact promo, taking 8 minutes from every show. We don't need Dolph Ziggler playing dress-up every week, taking 8 to 10 minutes away from every show. Look at the case of Tye Dillinger. The man got the biggest reaction at this year's Rumble. This Rumble included The Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, Bill Goldberg, Roman Reigns, and Braun Strowman. It's unreal. He got the biggest pop of the night. It was the same thing when he arrived on SmackDown Live after WrestleMania. The crowd loved him. 10 chants were everywhere. Then, Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Dolph Ziggler, and the Kevin Owens show took up all the time available on SmackDown every single week. Yes, those guys deserve it, but we're forgetting about the bottom half of the roster here. Ty wasn't even on TV for a month. When he did show up, it's a pre-show match. He loses to Aiden English just randomly. Now, he's a chew toy between Baron Corbin and AJ Styles. And sure, Dillinger gets a few 10 chants, but that's usually from the Smarks, but that's about it. Casual fans have no reason to care about him anymore. He might as well be the modern day equivalent of Dale Wolf, the lifetime jobber from back in the day. Same with Bobby Roode. He arrives, and yes, it's glorious. Then he has some matches, and he looks glorious. Then he's gone for 2 weeks while Dolph Ziggler plays dress up. So, using the NXT model, you have Jinder and Nakamura extend their feud 1 week. You can have the Usos and New Day in there working their program. And then the next week, they don't have to be on TV, and we can have the Shane McMahon, Kevin Owens feud and Randy Orton and Rusev feud, or however you want to do this. And everybody on the roster is still there. You can have short backstage packages. You know, Corbin saying he's got to have something in store for AJ Styles the next week. And you make us anticipate the next meeting. You don't have to shove it down our throats all the time, sucking the life out of the show. If you split it up this way, more guys and ladies like Zayn, Benjamin, Breeze Dango, even Tamina and Lana, they get more screen time. They get to work their gimmick. They can get over with the fans. They can tell whatever stories they need to tell. And when it's time to move up the card and enter feuds with the top guys and ladies who are the champions, then we care about them. The casual fans care about them. And that's really all you can want. We've watched these guys and girls climb the ladder, maybe fall down a few times, climb back up, get that title shot, or even take the title in the end. And if I'm watching wrestling, do I care? Am I entertained? If they do this, then hell yes to both of those questions. Plus, it's going to save bumps and risk of injury, so we have a healthier roster, performing better. The roster itself is more fleshed out with feuds that people can get behind, they can boo, whatever. At least they care one way or the other instead of just being a boring slog that SmackDown has become. So, NXT model WWE, get on it.